Hello guys, uh, I just got in my webrick order that I've ordered specifically for the purpose of making MOCs, Bionicle MOCs to be specific, because that's what I'm a fan of. For that purpose, I've ordered a bunch of Technic pieces, I've ordered a bunch of decorations in different colors that you wouldn't be able to find in Lego or that would be expensive in Bricklink. Let's get to it. We're going to be comparing a few pieces. We're going to be checking how close the colors are. I do not have professional film equipment. You probably guessed that already. So you'll just have to trust me that in real life they look roughly the same or equally the same. This is an original little tooth. I do not know what you would call this piece. I call them teeth. You can call them fangs. You can call them whatever. In dark red. And here is the one from webrick. Now, in real life, if not for the design changes and if not for the webrick one being a little bit cleaner, they're the exact same piece. The design changes you can see on the top. You can see that the axle here is a little more indented on the original, unlike on the webrick. And on the bottom, it is fairly similar. Those have a really... like, the color, honestly, I wouldn't ask for more. It looks great. It's perfectly acceptable. Another thing is this piece originally, it has a little rubbery feeling to it. See, it's very bendy. Here's the webrick version. It is also slightly bendy, but it's a way harder plastic. I am putting roughly the same amount of force here as I'm putting here. It's way less bendy, but it has the same shape. As you can see, same amount of teeth. It is very, very well colored. An original official Lego Hero Factory CCBS shell. That is the original. Here's the webrick version. Here, I'd say that the webrick version actually holds better than on the minifigure. So that's interesting. And that is very nice. I also got it in pearl gold. Here's an official golden piece. Here's a pearl gold piece. It's slightly darker. It is slightly darker, but you have to squint to see it. When you take a picture of your MOC to post somewhere, or when it's just on your shelf, if you're not focusing on looking for this, you wouldn't see it. It will blend right in. Honestly, it is so close that I believe it is within the margin of error of Lego. I believe this is from the original Golden Dragon from Ninjago. Extremely similar. You can see between the textures of this piece being a little textured, this one being smooth, and on the studs, honestly, in real life, you wouldn't bat an eye at this being mixed with real Lego. Another thing that I wanted to test with these pieces is how well they go into axle holes. So here's the webrick version, the golden one. They actually fit in way better, especially on the tip right around here. They feel like they have a little bump, so it's very nice. It has a really good grip to it. Clutches very well. All right, here I have a very simple foot that is official Lego. Everything here is official Lego. What we're gonna be checking is how alternatives from webrick stack up. The first alternative that I'd like to take a look at is this piece right here. Classic hand. This is from the Hero Factory generation. As you can see, it has thicker sides. It's a very durable piece. I've gotten this piece in two colors from webrick. I've gotten it in pearl gray, I believe, or silver. I don't know what you want to call it. And I've gotten it in white. Again, color-wise, nothing to complain about. Here's how they stack up side to side. As you can see, the design is slightly different, but it is very much comparable. The biggest thing, of course, is that is a very nice click. It is a good amount of friction, but it doesn't feel stiff. You can pull it apart without feeling any crankiness, without it feeling breaking. It feels really nice. Let's click it back on. Let's put the feet piece back on. That axle piece, really good fit. If you're gonna use this piece instead of original Lego, I would use it on some heavier pieces of your MOCs, like if you have, like if you're using this piece for, let's say, arms and legs and stuff like that, stuff that will be heavy, stuff that will be carrying a bunch of weight, stuff that you want to stay on, stuff that you do not have place to reinforce. It has a really good tight fit. Let's try with just an axle, official Lego axle. Really good fit, really nice and tight. Got a tug on it. So far, so good. Doing really well. Next piece I'd like to test is this, the friction add-on from Lego. Really useful piece. Sadly, only ever came out in this dark gray color, which means that it's kind of a pain in the ass to fit into your MOC. We all know how it works with original Lego. It has a little rubberized piece. It adds a little bit of friction to some heavier pieces of your MOCs, like the legs. Let's take that off. I actually got this piece in two colors. I got it in blue, so here you can see the color matching. In real life, perfect. No complaints. Very hard click to click on. Hard click to... gives about the same amount of friction on the white one. Feels really nice, and as you can see, that looks primo. I have no complaints about it. Let's try the white one, just to make sure that the plastic isn't changed for it. It feels a little looser, so we have a little bit of a consistency hiccup. I'll have a few more in the bag, in the big bag, but you know, it will do its job, right? Like it's still, it's a really good fit. This connection here, totally great. One thing, there is no rubber in these, so they will most definitely give you less friction, but you can get them in more colors. You can use them as slight limb extenders. It'll work better with colors. It'll work better with your design. I am not complaining. Right, next thing I will check out is the armor piece. I only got these in gray. They look bootleggy. That's all I can say. This front shield design around here where you put your accessories, this Lego just did something to make it look really smooth. No other company does it quite like that. But that's just the way it is. I will have to add an armor piece on top of it. Here's how that goes on a classic actual Lego piece. Nice and smooth, not terrible. Let's go in the webrick version, first of all. It's a decent amount of wiggle. I wouldn't call that a problem. Let's try with the blue piece. It wiggles just as much. Here is an official Lego Chima golden armor piece. Fits perfectly, great click. Slides off without issue. That feels and works great. Next piece that I will be checking out is this one over here. It's an armor add-on piece. First of all, put it on with the CCBS shell with the same color. They line up perfectly. It is a very good piece and a very good color. Now, one thing that I can point out immediately is that it did come scratched. It came scratched quite a bit. However, as Bionicle builder, I am very much used to buying a lot of used Lego. That is practically all that I have. Meaning that these scratches are completely natural to me. They will never influence how I feel about the piece unless it's actually gashed. But then again, it's so cheap that if it has a big scratch across it, that's honestly just an opportunity to incorporate it into a MOC. Make it battle damaged armor, make it something cool. There's no reason to whine about this. It honestly feels great, it looks great, the color is perfect. This little nub in here is a little much. You can trim that off with a little knife, it should be fine. The fit is great. It's honestly a little too much. I cannot fault it. It works great. We'll see how it fits on the webrick piece. Let's see if it, yeah, that clicks in perfectly. Honestly, couldn't find a problem with it. Great piece. Next up, we can check another bone piece. Now, bone piece from webrick. This will be the first one. Here's still an official Lego bone pieces. Let us do the top. Slightly looser fit. I am not a fan of that, but I will live with it. It is a nice white bone piece. It's totally fine. And on the other end, actually a little better fit. So I would use this on forearms, places where the end here is a little lighter. I have not checked the other pieces. Let me grab another example of the same piece in the same color. Just as tight. Other end just as loose. Let's see. Oh, honestly, maybe one of these pieces were just loose. It's totally reasonable. You know, we will get a few inconsistencies. Not a bajillion-dollar company like Lego. You can live with it. For the price, it is honestly so far so great. Next up, I got two of these pieces. We got some of the people like calling them Hordika-necks, I believe. Here's an original Lego one. As you can see, 3 holes, 1 hole on this side. Big difference. It's actually very in line with what you see in the CCBS joints, if you notice. So it's not a big issue. First things I will test is the axle. First through real Lego, nice and smooth. Golden webrick, nice and smooth. Red webrick, nice and smooth. Let's separate them a little bit. And allow me to put on some CCBS bone joints. I just gotta prepare them. Here. Goes on nice and smooth and tight. A little tighter, actually. That's okay. Not a considerable amount. And this one's, of course, a little looser. Makes sense. Honestly, great. The coloring is, yet again, perfect. Let me grab a red piece. Perfect. They blend in, even on camera. So these are great. That is very good to see. Another piece that I think is important to check is the ball joints. Ball joints you, of course, need to buy in bulk, simply because they are that useful. These are extremely cheap. The red one is an original Lego one. The dark one is, the black one is the webrick version. Let's see the fit on the axle. I am already a little disappointed. It goes on a little too lightly. It doesn't feel like it has enough grip. Let's check if that one was just a faulty one. Check another one. Yeah. The fit on the axle hole is a little loose, so that can be a problem. However, it is not the end of the world. If you use the axles with the stoppers on the end, that will never matter at all. Honestly, you could never trust the fit on these anyways. You would much rather have them sandwiched between things. I believe it's totally acceptable as long as the ball joint itself is of good quality. Allow me to test that. Yep, that feels good. Feels really, really nice. You can totally use it. Again, this sliding a little too easily, but for actual joints, really great. Let's put a CCBS armor shell on it. That works perfectly. You know, you can slide it, you can adjust it real nice. Let's put the webrick armor on it. It's a little bit of a looser fit, but it still takes enough force to take it off where I don't think it will at any time fall off by itself. It is really nice feeling. Let's test a webrick bone on it. Same story. Really nice, good fit. Takes some force to take off. Really good. High quality stuff right now. We've been going on a really good streak. However, there is something that I have ordered that will be a problem. Most definitely. As most of you probably have figured out, this is the post-2006, I believe, design for this piece. And these can never be trusted. Unless this is a miracle plastic, I expect this to break very, very soon. But if you need a replacement, so far I believe these only come in gray. But if you need a replacement for a set, and you don't feel like hoping that it doesn't come broken in some Bionicle lot, or you don't want to, or if you're already gonna order from webrick, let's check how it works. Really tight. That's how it works. Let's get that on. Already a little bit of a stress mark. I don't know if you can see that. It's already squished a little on both sides. That is not promising at all. That is very disappointing. I would hope for more, but what can you do? It's a bad design to begin with. See the other end? No stress mark? Stress mark. Immediately. This piece I would not order. I just honestly would not, but the friction is amazing. It's some really great friction. You know, they are so cheap. Even if they break, you might as well get a uses from them. And when they break, it's not even original Lego. What can you do? What, you cut off the ball joint part, you cut off the ball socket part, and now you got a little custom piece. Who cares? It's not even real Lego. Purists can suck a cock. This one, first piece that I honestly have problems with. Sadly, I will live with it. I will live with it. All right, let us make some extra room for some more stuff. I would like to test some of the Exo Force arms. I would like to test some claws like this. I'd like to test some of these. I'd like to test some teeth of, you know, some transparent, some none. As well as these and these, some more Exo Force parts. The Baraki eyes we can check immediately. Yet again, at first glance, the color, I'd have to squint really hard to see a problem with it. Fits really well into axle holes. Fits really well into these pinholes. Damn, it fits too well, actually. So you don't have to worry about these falling out anytime soon. And look at that. I only ordered 2, and they came in their own little baggie. How nice is that? Oh, back to bones, actually, before we go further. I forgot, I have ordered these 2 bones in transparent light blue. I do not have any of the original ones in transparent light blue. I believe they came with the Lego Chima Ultra builds. I do not have any on hand right now. I believe my girlfriend had some. From the look of these look a little darker, right? But that's fine. We can live with it. Let's put it up into an original piece. It doesn't have that satisfying click. Other side? No. These feel really hollow. Oh. And if you notice, yeah, these click away really easily. But if you're building a small mock, you ordered some of these, I wouldn't cry over them. Honestly, for a small mock, or for an unimportant place in your mock, or for like a little bow tie or something, totally usable. Yeah. See, they just fall off real nice. Be like that. You know, can't have everything perfect. Again, original CCBS shell. That holds. That holds really nice. Let's check the other way around. See? This piece went on the same on this. Did fall off. So that's just the way it is. Let's check with the white CCBS webrick piece. Good grip this way. Falls off equally as easily. Yeah. Wouldn't honestly recommend this one. That is the first one that I have found a problem with. Let us go further along in with these little guys. Only piece on hand that I found that has a original Lego piece with a clip holder right now is this shield. And that I got off of a pick-a-brick at some point. But I think it'll be good enough to test some of the lift arms. Here is an original, in pretty good condition, lift arm. Well, would you call it a lift arm? Exo Force arm. Clicking on. Really loud click. Really good friction. Really good color. In the same color, as we can see, let's compare them side to side. This one has a split in the webrick version has a split in the middle. On the side, we can see the injection molding piece is a little more visible. Of course, no logo. a little more angular design. It should be fine. Let's click it on. Same sound, or just as satisfying. Same amount of friction, and the same great color. Allow us to proceed with some accessories on top of that, like this yellow thing here. And this would be the original one. Fits really good. It's a really good grip. The webrick version, a little hard to put on actually. Fits even better and has even better grip. That's great. On the side on the webrick version, fits well. On the side of the real version, fits well. A little bit of a looser fit. I'd say so far so good on the dark red version. Now, allow me to compare the black version. Here's an original Lego one. Clicking on like usual. Here's the webrick version. Actually difficult to click on for once. That was hard. And really crunchy so far. This one's a little different, but it's the same exact mold. Let's see. Normal as usual. Webrick a little harder. Same thing on the side. It's the same piece. It was slightly more difficult to put on. It could be just this one. Another piece that I got. This is an original trans orange one. Here's the webrick version. Yet again, same exact color as the shield. Very nice. I did not have this piece in dark orange, so discount that. Yeah, about the same amount of friction, exactly the same profile, same design, no logo. And next up, I'd like to test this piece. Original Lego webrick. Feels really nice on both ends. Here, original Lego. Fits really well, as you can see. And let's see the clip. Really nice. Perfect. And totally recommended. So far so good. Next up, the Exoforce hands. No rounded off corners on the pin here. You should live with it. Fits and holds nice. Check the shield. Slightly looser fit, but it still has some pretty good clutch power. Let's put that in the original lift arm. I'll do the red one. About same length as the original one. I do not have one on hand right now, and I do not care to look for one. Now, inside the webrick one, very difficult fit, but if you spin it a little, give it a little swivel, it works really well. And here's how it holds the webrick version. Next up, and these teeth pieces, I got them in solid white. I got both the small ones and the big ones in solid white. Yet again, let's see, CCBS armor fits perfectly fine. Webrick armor fits perfectly fine. Original axle fits fine. Webrick axle fits perfect. Here is Exoforce arm, original, and then push it in all the way. There it is. Fits well. Fits well. This is a hard plastic. This is not the same type of soft plastic you're used to. So it will be more durable, I assume. But it doesn't have that soft look to it. Next up, let's check the transparent one. I got these in a few colors, but only test one. I get them transparent red. It is the same exact piece, just transparent red. Next up is the big fangs. I have them in solid white. However, I will only be testing trans blue ones. Looks lovely. They look lovely. They feel really good. As you can see, they are not soft plastic. They actually feel a little sharp on the tip. Get a little ouch there. Like, yeah, you can definitely hurt yourself a little bit with these if you try. You should be fine. Fits great, looks great. Fits great, looks great. Fits great, looks great. Original fits great, looks great. Wouldn't that be a cool look for some fingers? I think it would be. Let's check out this piece. So far, so nice. Oh, that's it. See, I'm starting to mix up all of these pieces, if they're Lego or webrick. This is a Lego piece. Really good grip. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Allow me to get some pins. Here. Fits great. Really, really good friction. I have to try to rotate it. So that is great. I remember the Lego ones were a little bit loose, so you wouldn't be able to use them as teeth as effectively. Here, let's put two of them next to each other. I think these look great. They're transparent, light blue or transparent blue. I do not know. They look awesome. I can totally recommend these specifically. I really like how they add more friction. And next up, let's try some of these ratchets. They look quite all right. Both webricks. Not as much friction as Lego. Did they already loosen? No. They're good. Very loose when straight, but you never really want to keep them straight. The second you put them at any sort of angle, like especially at 90 degrees, they clutch a little better. So that is perfectly acceptable by my standards. Also, again, really cheap. Oh, see? These two put together have some really nice clutch. Let's check this. That's a good fit. Let's check with a webrick piece. It's a really good fit. Just like with Lego. We can also see this piece. This is a webrick piece. I believe this piece only came out in red in one set, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get by random. And I do not feel like ordering individual pieces of a brickling, but I ordered a few of these in red webrick, and they're a perfect color and they fit perfectly. Totally recommended. Let's see the ratchet joints compared to original Lego ratchets. Very inconsistent because these are this one, for example, is very old. Let us see. Back to back to back. Look at that. You wouldn't be able to tell if you didn't ask. Honestly, so far so good. Let's just check axle in. Really tight, actually. Yeah, that's a little too tight, I'd say. But, you know, this is a Lego piece falling off. This will actually take a considerable amount of force to take out, and I do not feel like doing it right now. So yeah, honestly, they grip a little too good. You will definitely be fine if you order these. For some heavier stuff, maybe the ratchet will give out, but not the axle connection. Definitely not that. Now, next up is the really exciting part. Let's clean it up. That is these. These are the exciting part. Because you can get them in many funky colors, like white. You can get them in any blue, any red, any solid color you can get them in. The transparent ones I only found in blue. Let's test these first, because I am just that excited about them. Now, into original Lego. Very tight, very solid fit with an original Lego ball joint. Honestly, I would trust this with a leg. Wow. Wow, that is too much. That is actually too much. Let me just go behind the camera. Wow. Yeah, that grips a lot. Honestly, you can probably... Yeah, these are transparent. These can definitely have some uses. Wow, they are a lot. Totally. Yeah, you can use these. They're solid. breaking my nail trying to take them apart, kind of solid. Here is a white little piece. Usually they can only come in blue. This is going to be great in white. Really great friction on the pin. Let's check the axle. Good connection. And let's check again the axle in white. If it works in transparent, then I guess it works in white and black. I'm not even going to test the black. Fits great. Fits great. Actually, less grip than the transparent one, but is really, really nice and strong. Can definitely trust these. I bought a bunch of these. This is the amount I got, so I can have them in the front of a build, so the color scheme is not broken up. So far, amazing. Really great. Webrick. I have some more pieces, like these in white. That's a really nice piece to have. I got a bunch of these. These are great. I got a bunch of these rubber pieces. They are way thicker than original Lego, but they serve the same purpose. They're really nice to have. What else did I get? I got some more different colors of some different pieces. Like I got some of these in black. I got some in white. I got some in red. It is honestly perfectly acceptable. Here's a little mixer joint. I believe these are not produced anymore because of some connection issues. I really do not care. Lego really is on some bullshit sometimes. A really exciting thing for a lot of people will probably be these mixel joints in black. I do not believe Lego has ever made mixel joints in pure black. Good click. Good click. Really nice, tight click. Great feel. Honestly, absolutely lovely. Let's see if they connect to... Yep, that is a great connection. And let's see how they connect to each other. That is great. That is honestly lovely. See, and we can put this one in here. Also great. Pinhole works is a webrick piece, I remind you. All this is webrick. Feels like Lego a little more clutch power. Another piece that I got just to check out some more colors is this ball joint over here without a through axle. The connection is just as good as the original one. Here's the webrick bone. Really nice. Here is with an original bone. Really nice. Yep. And that'll be it. Really not concise at all. I'm really excited about these. I'm really happy I got them. Some pieces that you would expect to be rubbery are hard plastic. That may be a bonus. That may be a negative for you. Completely up to you. But the quality of the pieces is great. The only piece I would actually tell you not to buy is this. Simply because the design is stupid. It's already stressed. It will crack really soon. But now that I know that these are produced by webrick, I do not care using the originals in MOCs anymore. If they break, they break. If I ever need any more, they're apparently still being produced. So I will never have to cry about it. And I've only seen these in gray, in this dark gray color, classic. But most of these pieces came out in dark gray in most sets. So it's really not a big problem. I highly recommend webrick. If you want to check them out, I believe they have a thing where you can get $3 or $4 worth of pieces for free. Caveat is you have to pay the shipping, and that's around $3 to $4. So you basically get free shipping on a pack of random either Technic or system parts. Totally try it out. It's just a few bucks. Delivery time, pretty good. I ordered them on the 21st. They came the 5th of the next month. So really not a terrible amount of time. Less than a week since packed and sent. They were at my doorstep in Norway, all the way from China. It honestly took them more to pack it all up than it took to get here. But It was, most of the parts were packed up, separated neatly into these cute little baggies. The whole thing and then came in this big bag, all the baggies inside it. Some of the pieces were loose. That is totally fine with me. Oh, but they'll get scratched. Okay, they'll get scratched existing around you anyways. You will be fine with it. And I know I will be too. I'll definitely be buying more from webrick. The customer service is great. They were missing a piece that I had in my original order, and they asked, would you like a refund or would you like us to replace it with the same value of another piece? So I told them to replace that missing piece with these dark red Exo arm, Exo Force arms. Sent them an email response back. They said, yeah, totally, we can do that. And then they went on their merry way to do exactly that. I didn't have to pay anything extra. They offered me a refund in case I wanted it for the parts that were missing, but you don't always want to deal with refunds. Refunds are annoying. So they just let me replace it with another piece that I'd like, and I'm really happy they could do that. And the person on the other end of the email was really nice, really polite, and easily understood that when I said I'd like to replace the missing part with this part number and this color, they just did it. And because the colors on their website have numbers assigned to them, when you check out the piece, telling them exactly what color you want is not a big problem. Totally recommend it. Honestly, 9.5 out of 10. I will definitely buy it from them again. A little loose on some of the axle holes, like on the ball joints. A little tight on some of the axles, like here on the transparent blue axles. And let's see this one again. It just feels like the Lego one. Yeah, most of these pieces, it just feels like the Lego ones. They're great. See ya.